when did you fall in love with like women in hip hop?
Well, no. Actually, I went first last time.
Yeah.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, I was trying to find like the best way to like to come in, and it didn't sound like the
I
song.
have to say, we've been doing really good at these lately. Like, I feel, I don't know, maybe we need to find some way to make it harder for each other. But go ahead.
Maybe, yeah, you're right.
We should keep. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to all of the episodes since we started doing this and see who has the most points for the end of the year.
No, actually, that would be great. Okay.
Putting that on my to-do list.
All right. Fiends come through every hour. It's all about the dollar. And we know deal with coward. Weak lamb get devoured by the lion in the concrete jungle. The strong stand and rumble. The weak fold and crumble.
No. You're going to have to.
All right.
Not even a little bit. Try it one more time.
All right. Fiends come through every hour. It's all about that dollar. And we know deal with cowards. Weak lamb get devoured by the lion in the concrete jungle. The strong stand and we rumble.
Why do I know this song? Is this Lil' Kim?
Yes.
Put Your Lighters Up?
Yes.
Oh my God, it was the way you said it that made me like, it's because I remember that. And I don't even like that fucking song. They played that song on the radio every 10 minutes that year. Like every other song was Put Your Lighters Up on the radio.
Yeah.
And this is back when I used to listen to the radio, obviously.
Right, no, I was, yeah.
So that one, wow, okay, I can't believe that.
That was good.
That was from somewhere very deep back in the back of my brain that I just unlocked that memory. Because I swear to God, I haven't listened to that song in at least 15 years.
I had to I had to listen to it before because I was like, I want to make sure I get the cadence right.
And it was the cadence that told me what song it was.
Yeah.
That's the only way that I would have known because I don't recall every time that song come on. You know what's another song? We should do this as an episode one day. You know what's another song? Every time I hear it, it just makes me so angry because they played it on the radio so often. That Robin Thicke song, Lost Without You. Do you? I swear to God, if I could like make a song a physical person and beat the shit out of it, it would be that song. That and the Pharrell song, Happy. Oh my God, Pharrell, I have beef with you forever for that.
What?
For other things, but also for that song, Happy. You know what? Quick story time. So, you know, I work with kids, and I've worked with kids for like maybe like the past like 10 or so years. Okay. So back when I was in high school, I think I was maybe 16, 17, I don't remember. And I started working at this day camp. It was like a day camp, and I was a camp counselor. So I had this group of kids. Now, let me tell you, this was the ghettoest fucking day camp you have ever worked with. I mean, there was fraud, timesheet manipulation going on. There were fights. Parents, this pregnant mom tried to come up and fight one of the camp counselors. We had kids who were trying to fight me and who were calling me an ugly fat ass bitch, and she was 6. I mean, we had a kid who tried to run away into traffic. The fucking camp, like, the director was like there was nepotism going on, and then she was like it was a mess, okay? It was a mess, and I really can't even go that deep into it because it's triggering, but I remember halfway through the summer, and this had to be my first summer there or my second summer there because it was the summer that song Happy came out. So I don't remember what year that was, 2013, 2014, I don't remember. But I was like, I don't even remember how the conversation came up, but my stupid ass supervisor, who was the stupidest woman who has ever fucking lived, said to me, "Oh, and what are you preparing for the talent show?" I said, "Excuse me? What are you referring to?" She said, "The talent show that we do every year." I said, "Ma'am, I've been working here for 4 fucking weeks. You have never once mentioned that talent show. Not once." She said, "Oh yeah, we do a talent show at the end of every summer." Apparently everybody knew it. Everybody knew this because they were all returners, and I was not only was I the first time working there, I was the youngest person working there and the only one with sense. Why would you just assume that I knew that? So now I have to rally a bunch of 6-year-olds who already hate me and who already can't do shit right and who just want to run around and act a fucking clown. Now I have to rally them to get them to be able to do something. for the fucking talent show that I did not know existed that apparently is happening in 2 weeks. So the first thing that came to mind was we have to sing this song. That's the only song that I think they'll be able to get. And I can't even add any choreography because I know these stupid motherfuckers won't be able to do it. So we ended up, and I mean every single day I would get them on the playground before like free playtime. And I'd be like, if you don't get this shit right, you got a Joe Jackson though. Nobody goes down the slide. I'm not playing. And they were so mad. They had to sway back and forth. I said, you're out of step. We're starting over. So we had to learn the song Happy. And so I would listen to that song and these kids had to rehearse it and perform it and practice it like every single day, 5 days a week. And when they got out there and they did the little song, nobody clapped for us. And they were, it was so bad that nobody clapped for us. And then my supervisor came up to me. My supervisor came up to me after. She said, that was all you could come up with? I have never wanted to beat somebody's ass more. How dare you? I had 2 weeks to prepare. These are 6 years. I did the best that I could with what I was given.
Under the circumstances, yeah.
And their parents didn't even applaud.
That's messed up.
So for that reason, me and Pharrell have a beef until the end of time. Because every time I hear that song, I'm triggered into remembering what I had to go through. Okay, Anyway, it's my turn. Okay. This one I think you're going to get. Because it's so... But I was thinking about this song because I was thinking about this artist because of the news recently that came out about her. Not bad news, good news. So you know it's not Nicki Minaj. About yay short, about yay tall, about so big, about so small, about this length, about this width, about this flow, about this gift.
I know the song.
You know the song. I know you know the song.
Okay.
You want me to keep going?
Yeah. Okay, start from the top and then go a little bit further.
About yay short, about yay tall, about so big, about so small, about this length, about this width, about this flow, about this gift. Instinct leading me right up your alleyway. Skip the Moet, let's chill with some Alizé.
Is it what's her name?
Yep. I know you know
this
it.
This is Wanna Be Down.
Yes.
This is Queen Latifah.
Yes, it is. It's Queen Latifah's verse, and I thought of it because of the news of her biopic coming out.
Yes.
So yeah, so I didn't think about that, and I feel like Queen Latifah is not an artist that I like listen to like regularly. Every time I go back, I'm like, oh wait, she can really spit. Like she's not just like the best silk press laid cover girl. Like she's multi-talented.
She is really multi-talented.
Really is, and she's beautiful. Like, I mean, I was going back and I think I watched this video, and then I think I watched the performance that they did like 10, 20 years later at the BET Awards. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know what year that was, but I think it was recent.
No, I think it was like 2020.
I was like, damn, she still look good. And she has to be like 50
she's in her 50s. She's
still in her 50s. Anyway, hi guys. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Where My Girls At. Obviously, we've been yapping forever, but how are you? Tell us. So what's going on, Brianna? What's up in your life?
I'm trying to think. Not much. I feel like I've been trying to stay still for the most part because I've been traveling so much.
We know you don't do that. We know you don't do that. I'm sure you already have a trip planned right now.
I do. I'm going to New York.
Well, when are you going to New York?
I think I'm going to go at the end of October, potentially.
Oh, never mind. I'm going to New York in like April.
Oh, yeah, no. Well,
April.
You know, it's so close. It's so close to DC. So I think I'm going to be going to New York.
That's what I'm so
soon.
jealous about. That's what I'm so jealous about is like how close. Have you been to Tatiana?
No.
Okay, it's like a super like it's the restaurant is so like famous, I think, in the New York scene right now, but it's so hard to get a reservation, and it's by this really famous chef, Chef Kwame. You've probably heard of him or seen him because people like, are always talking about him. Mm-hmm. Girl, why they say that he got what's her name? He got one of those like girls on Love and Hip Hop pregnant. And they said, is this why can't nobody get a reservation? Because you run around town with these Love and Hip Hop women and you're not focused on because when I was in New York, I couldn't get a reservation. My friends can't get a reservation. I'm going to go to Tatiana. Like,
okay, I'm saving it.
No, I think you should. Right I think you should. I think you should try. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know if it's any good. I've just heard it's amazing, but I cannot get a reservation. Okay, so you're going to New York in October.
Yeah, I'm going to New York. I got to figure out these Halloween outfits coming up soon.
I have one Halloween. I don't even know if I should say it.
I'm so bad about like getting costumes.
I'm gonna be Steve Harvey this Halloween.
Sit on it.
I swear to God. I can't wait. The idea just came to me when I saw a TikTok, and I was like, I'm really tired of doing sexy. Like, it's too hard, and it's too easy to be misinterpreted. My dream Halloween costume has always been Mariah Carey in the Honey Bad Boy remix video. I know that's cursed. You shouldn't talk about that. But it's the scene where she's in the helicopter with Mace, and she's wearing like, she has big, poofy, honey blonde hair, and she has this latex bodysuit, and it like comes all the way up, like cut all the way up the sides. So she's just sitting on Mace's. If you look it up, you'll be like, I instantly recognize that. And then what happened was she like climbed out of the ocean, and she's like climbing up the little rope to Mace, and she looks just incredible. I think the best she's ever looked in a music video, and that's saying something. But that was my dream Halloween costume. It is just so hard to do that while fat. Not the look. It's just that nobody sells that exact look that I need in my size. Yeah. So, I'm like, you know what? I don't really care. I'm going to be Steve Harvey. You know,
I love that.
I think I also might try and be the Lorax. The Lorax.
Yeah.
with the little
with the mustache.
But I don't want to wear like a full bodysuit.
That's some good ideas though.
I just want something fun. I just want something fun,
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've been too like, I don't know, like every time Halloween comes around, I just put too much into it and I'm not having fun.
I usually don't, and my boyfriend cares about Halloween, so I usually like let him do it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Are you guys gonna do like a couple's costume?
I don't know, hopefully, but like him and his best friend want to dress up, and I'm like, I feel like I'm the third wheel in this.
What are they gonna go as?
They want to go as Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, that's cute. Wait, didn't Pinky and the Brain have like a third, like a little cousin or something?
Yeah, well, they have like a there's like a girl in the cartoon.
Right, I don't remember her. I haven't seen that in years.
Me either. And he's like, oh, you could be that. I'm like, I feel like the third wheel in this costume. Like, y'all want to be some rats? And anyway, that's what I got going on. What about you?
Honestly, I also have been chilling. I always hate when fall comes around. Not because I hate fall, just because I hate when it starts getting dark earlier. Like, I love summer.
Yeah,
I come alive in the summer. I love the summer. I love being outside. And right now, I'm just not in the mood to be outside. I'm in the mood to be in the house and like doing absolutely the fuck nothing and trying to revamp my entire life. So that's kind of what I've been doing. So I've been really boring. Like,
I feel you.
Honestly, since I got back from my vacation, super boring. Like, just like in the house, reading, writing, all types. Like, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just chilling in the house. However, I did just finish a really great book. It was so good. It was like this, like, not even murder mystery. It was just this story about these women take a holiday to Orvieto, which is in Italy. And I've been there actually. And they like find out there was a famous murder. It's called The Villa. Incredible read. Super quick. It's super quick. It's only like 8 hours. I listened to the audiobook, but it's super good. Anyway, should we get into some hot topics?
Yeah.
Okay, where should we start? I think we should start like go down the list. So the BET Hip Hop Award nominations just came out. Megan Thee Stallion leads. She has 12 nominations. So let's just go through it. Let's just go through it like we usually do. So Hip Hop Artist of the Year. It's okay. So we have 21 Savage, Cardi B, Drake.
Oh wait, hold on. Can we pause?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Fat Joe this is the third time he's done this.
Why Fat Joe?
News
to me? Right? I actually have never seen any clip of him hosting the award show.
That's what I'm saying. News to me. And this is the third time.
Apparently.
Anyway.
I totally get that. Okay, so Hip Hop Artist of the Year nominees are 21 Savage, Cardi B, Drake, Future, Glorilla, Kendrick Lamar, Megan Thee Stallion, and Nicki Minaj. Who do you think is going to win?
I could see Kendrick Lamar actually winning this. But I don't get why Cardi B is in here, honestly.
Me either. I don't get why Cardi B is in here.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, I could say I don't get why Drake or 21 Savage are in here. But they did just go on that tour, so.
Or low-key. Well, I was going to say Future low-key because I'm like.
Future's had a crazy year. Like, I didn't listen to the new mixtape, but those two albums, we don't trust you, we still don't trust you, still in rotation.
Yeah.
Still in rotation.
I could see her.
I could see Kendrick winning. However, selfishly, I want Meg or Glow to win just because I think they've been on fire the whole fucking year. So that's kind of like my vote. You know who I'm surprised that I don't see in here? Travis Scott. Travis Scott apparently has had like a crazy year. Apparently, like he's on a stadium tour right now. Did you know that?
Did not know that.
No, I had no idea. Apparently, it's going to become like the highest grossing hip hop tour of all time.
Really?
Crazy, right?
Okay.
It doesn't
Maybe compute. I'm in a vacuum.
No. That's exactly what I was saying, because I'm like, in my mind, it doesn't compute. Because Travis Scott is not that great. You know, I'm a Travis Scott hater though.
Okay. So, I'm not a hater, but I think he is talented. I just don't think that he is talented to the, I don't know. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
But tell me this. Name a Travis Scott lyric that you remember.
Straight up.
You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? No, but like, that's what I mean. I think Travis Scott is such a talented producer.
Yeah.
But as a rapper, it feels like all like flash and pomp and no substance. You know, like all style, no substance.
I feel like his group is like 16 to like 22-year-old boys.
I don't like that. And they're white. So obviously I'm like, please, I don't want. Anyway, moving on to songs. Anyway, right? Song of the Year nominees. So there's Agora Hills by Doja Cat, Bent by 41, just Kyle Rich, Jen Carter, and Tata.
I don't know any of these people.
Exactly. Well, Kyle Rich was the one who's on that Megan Thee Stallion song. Both Ain't Shit. Fiend by Travis Scott and Playboi Carti. Fuck the Club Up by Nicki Minaj. Get It Sexy by Sexy Red. Like That, Metro Boomin feature Kendrick Lamar. Mamushi, Megan Thee Stallion and Yuki Chiba. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, and Yeah Glow. So who do we want to win?
Okay, I mean, who I would like to win is, I feel like Mamushi or like Agora Hills are like tied for me.
Okay.
Who I think will win is probably Not Like Us.
Yeah. See, but I want Yeah Glow to win. I really think that should be Song of the Year.
Yeah.
I really think, and as we approach our award show season, it's still like right at the front of my mind. Like, whenever I need that motivation, I'm going back to Yeah Glow. I think that it's going to be Not Like Us. Like, you know, it's going to be Not Like Us.
Yeah, for sure.
So Hip Hop Album of the Year nominees: American Dream by 21 Savage, Everything by Glorilla, For All the Dogs, Scary Hours Edition, Drake, In Sexy We Trust, Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion, One of One, Gunna, Pink Friday 2, Nicki Minaj, Utopia, Travis Scott, We Don't Trust You, Future, and Metro Boomin. Who do you want to win? Versus who do you think is going to win? I can tell you who's not going to win.
I think that I think I would want obviously I would want Mex to win.
Mm-hmm.
But who I think will probably win is probably I'm gonna say either Travis Scott.
That's what I was gonna say.
Or I think probably Drake.
I don't foresee it for Drake.
Or Gunna. Gunna's, I feel like people have been really enjoying his album.
I think I don't foresee it for Drake winning. I think, like, if it's not going to be who I want to win, like, obviously, I think Megan, you know, and I think at some point I'm going to have to revise my review of Megan, because as the months have gone on, I've changed on it, you know, in the way that I feel about it. Yeah. But I think that Megan should win. But I think who could win, I could see Travis Scott or Nicki taking this one. Like,
I think Nicki Minaj could win.
I think so. I think people really responded to Pink Friday too. I don't really return to it that much these days. But when it came out, I was like, wait a minute, no, this is good. A lot of it is actually really good. So I foresee her winning. Okay.
Yeah.
However, I could also see a world in which We Don't Trust You could win it. Like, because
Right.
one, the album was incredible. Like, I think stellar on all sides. It was incredible, and it just kicked off this whole thing, you know,
Right.
of like this summer of like hating Drake. And I foresee it. I foresee it. Okay, so best hip hop video, 8 a.m. in Charlotte by Drake. That's when he's doing the Smino cosplay. Band for Band, Central C featuring Lil Baby, Bent by 41, Big Mama, Lotto, Boa, Megan Thee Stallion, Enough, Miami, Cardi B, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, or Type Shit. Some of these don't even deserve to be in the same category. If I'm being honest, some of these don't belong in the category because they're not as creative.
That's what I'm saying. But also, can we also please like highlight the timeline of like
they
the
never
submissions?
do.
Like,
they never do.
Are we just?
I don't
Anyway,
know. They never do.
Who I would want to win? I really like Boa. I thought that was a cute music video.
I mean, it was so creative,
and it was really creative. I think who will probably win?
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be Not Like Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my. I think it's gonna be Not Like Us. I think I really want it to be Boa. I think that I mean, I love the Not Like Us like music video, but
yeah,
Boa was just so creative. Okay, best breakthrough hip hop artist, 41, 310 Baby, Bossman D-Lo, Cash Cobain, Lady London, Sexy Red, Skilla Baby, Tommy Richmond. You know, it's kind of crazy how the tides turn, because had you asked me maybe 6 months ago who would win this category, I would say Sexy Red. Like, actually, without a doubt, I would say Sexy Red. Now, there's no way she's winning.
Oh, you think? I think it's gonna be, what's his name?
Cash Cobain?
Oh,
you think it's gonna be Bossman D-Lo? Really?
I could see him.
I could see that, but I think it's gonna be Cash Cobain.
It's one of them.
I think it's gonna be Cash Cobain. Lady London, I think it's interesting to put her in this category, especially this year. Okay, best collaboration, At the Party, Kid Cudi featuring Pharrell and Travis Scott. Never heard it. Band for Band, Central C, Lil Baby, Bongos. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. What the fuck? This song came out 12 years ago. Bongos, Cardi B featuring Megan Thee Stallion, Everybody, Nicki Minaj featuring Lil Uzi Vert. First Person Shooter. That song came out last year. Drake featuring J. Cole, Like That, Metro Boomin, Future, Kendrick, Mamushi, Megan Thee Stallion, Yuki Chiba, Wannabe, Glorilla featuring Megan Thee Stallion. If we're being honest, we know what it's going to be. And it's going to be Mamushi. Like, this is actually the category I fully believe she has on lock.
You think so? You don't think Like That's going to win it?
Okay.
That's the whole thing. That's starting the whole thing.
Okay. I really think it's going to be, I think this one she has on lock. However, I could also see a world in which Like That wins. However, none of these other songs could even come close to that. And I love Wannabe. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
Listen to it almost daily. Okay, best duo or group. Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign, 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne. When did they release I'm not even gonna talk anymore. 41, Common and Pete Rock. What is this?
What?
1988. Earth Gang, Flying a Boss, Future and Metro Boomin, Rick Ross and Meek Mill. When did Rick Ross and Meek Mill? I think they did release an album.
They did release an album.
Future and Metro Boomin are gonna win it. However, I think it's cute that Flying a Boss are nominated.
Yeah, I agree.
Good. I love that. Okay, best live performer. And this is the category that I want to talk about. This is the category that kind of like made me like a little bit upset, because let's think about like who is missing from this category. So the best live performer is Burna Boy. Didn't know he was a rapper. Busta Rhymes, Cardi B, Drake, Glorilla, Kendrick Lamar, Megan Thee Stallion, Missy Elliott, Nicki Minaj, Travis Scott. Who's missing here?
Doechii?
No, but close.
TDE? Somebody TDE?
No.
Oh.
You don't think Doja Cat should be nominated in this category?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I just don't get how she couldn't be and how Nicki Minaj could be. I've not seen one video of her from the Pink Friday World Tour that isn't completely hilarious and ridiculous. Like, why is she rolling around on the floor? However, as far as who's going to win it, I think there's 3 people that potentially could win it, and I think that's between Megan, Kendrick, and Travis. Like, I really foresee that. I don't really
I could see that.
gravitate toward Travis Scott's performing abilities and things like that, but I foresee
people like that.
People like that. That's their gig. Like, people love to go and rage. I don't like that. I want to see. And I don't want to be around people who use natural deodorant. I don't support that.
I was gonna say, but I don't think Glorilla would win. But I think her stage presence has been really good this year.
Oh,
really great choreography, and like, I don't know, it's been good.
We're gonna talk about that. Okay, lyricist of the year. So the nominees are 21 Savage. That's a joke. Cardi B, Common, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj. None of this makes sense. What do you mean? Who? Okay, but we know who's gonna win it. Like, this, it's actually, I don't think Kendrick has ever been nominated in this category and is lost. I could look it up, but I really don't think he's ever. And looking at his competition, he shouldn't lose. I mean, let's be for real. Let's be all the way for real. Director of the year, 20K visuals, A$AP Rocky, Cactus Jack, Cole Bennett, Dave Free and Kendrick Lamar, Dave Myers and Travis Scott, Doja Cat and Nina McNeely, and Offset. Music video did Offset direct?
Well, I was gonna say, I wish they put the music video that they directed.
Yeah. Well, we know who's going to win this. Like, it's actually not. We know it's gonna be Dave Free and Kendrick Lamar. Like, for the Not Like Us music video. Okay, producer of the year, ATL Jacob, Cash Cobain, Hit Boy, Hitmaka, Metro Boomin, Pete Rock, Q-Tip, and The Alchemist. I could see there being a little bit of, is it going to be The Alchemist? Is it going to be Metro Boomin? You know who would surprise me is if Cash Cobain won.
Yeah, me too.
That would surprise me, but I think it's going to be between those two. Okay, DJ of the year, Big Von, DJ D-Nice, DJ Drama, DJ Khaled. What has he done? I don't know.
This year.
Kaytranada, Metro Boomin, Mustard, and The Alchemist. Yeah. We know who's going to win. Like,
what do you think it's going to be?
I don't think it's going to be anybody but Metro Boomin. Who else could it be?
It could be Kaytranada.
Okay. That I'll allow.
I mean, I was like, it could be Kaytranada, or Mustard came out with an album this year too.
Did you listen to it?
I did not listen to it.
So, there we go.
I think Kaytranada, I've been hearing more and more about him, and I enjoyed his album this summer too, actually.
Oh, I like Kaytranada's album. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, Hustler of the Year. 50 Cent, A$AP Rocky, Cameron and Mace. Oh, wait, no. We skipped over one that I actually do want to talk about, which is Best Hip Hop Platform.
Yeah.
Bootleg Kev, Club Shay Shay, Complex, Drink Champs, $1 Million Worth of Game, On the Radar, The Breakfast Club, The Joe Budden Podcast, The Shade Room, and Double XL.
Why isn't Carisha Please on here?
Why is The Shade Room on here? Why is Club Shay Shay on here? We used to be a proper country with proper hip-hop platforms that actually did journalism. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? And Carisha Please obviously should be on here, but she hasn't released like any episodes.
But what rules all of that happened.
But you're right.
What rules are we operating under?
You're right. She should have been nominated on principle.
On just a principle.
Okay, Hustler of the Year is 50 Cent, A$AP Rocky. That I don't get. Cameron and Mace, Cardi B. That I don't get. Drake, Fat Joe. That I don't get. Glorilla, Kendrick Lamar, and Megan Thee Stallion.
I think Megan Thee Stallion should win.
Absolutely. One thing about this bitch is she has gotten a bag this year. A motherfucking bag.
A bag.
Okay, Sweet 16, Best Featured Verse. So 21 Savage on Good Good, A$AP Rocky on Gangsta, Cardi B on the Wannabe remix. No.
Okay.
Drake on Meltdown, J. Cole on First Person Shooter. You know what? I didn't hate that verse. Kendrick Lamar on Like That, Lil Wayne on Brand New, and Megan Thee Stallion on Wannabe.
I wouldn't mind J. Cole, actually.
I really think it's going to be Kendrick, though.
Yeah, I think so, too. Yeah.
Okay, Impact Track. Blessings, Nicki Minaj featuring Tasha Cobbs Leonard. Fortunate, Common and Pete Rock. Get In With Me, Bossman D-Lo. Hiss, Megan Thee Stallion. Humble Me, Killer Mike. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Precision, Big Sean. And Yeah, Glorilla. What do they mean by impact?
I was about to say.
What the fuck does that mean? What is it?
Don't know.
I couldn't tell you. And then there's the last one, which is Best International Flow. A bunch of people I do not know. But Stefflon Don is nominated.
Oh,
so good for her.
There we go.
I hope she wins. Okay, moving on. So recently, Complex released a list of their top 20 rappers in their 20s, and this is the list. At number 20, Cash Cobain. 19, Jack Harlow. 18, Boss Mandilo. 17, Baby Keem. 16, NBA Youngboy. 15, Sexy Red. 14, V's. 13, Doechii. 12, King Carson. 11, Lil Uzi Vert. I thought he was much older. 10, Chief Keef. 9, Lil Baby. Lil Baby is 35. You can't convince me otherwise. 8, Lil Yachty. 7, Glorilla. 6, Lotto. 5, Yeet. 4, Megan Thee Stallion. 3, Central C. 2, Doja Cat. And number 1, Playboi Carti. Now, what were your thoughts on this list?
Okay. I didn't know Playboi Carti was making such a run, apparently, this year.
But is he? I thought he released like one song.
I have no idea. Apparently, he's doing very well. Because I also read this article too.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Yeet, so I feel like I can't speak on him.
Couldn't tell you.
I feel like Lotto should be like top 5.
Easily.
I think
but
she
I
should
also
be top.
feel that Doechii should be top 5. But what are we basing the skills? What are we basing this list on? Are we basing it on popularity, success, or just their rapping ability? Because if that's the case, this list needs to be reordered.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know, but like, I definitely feel like Lotto should be top 5. Who else did I think needed to be moved? I honestly thought Baby Keem was ranked really low as well.
I do too. I agree.
Who else? Yeah, like Chief Keef top 10. I don't see that.
I could see that. That one I could see.
Okay, well, like, he's good, but I don't know. I'm trying to think who else would I move up in this list.
Yeah. I know who I would move lower.
Central C.
Yes. Easily. There's no way he's cracking the top 20 at all. But I also feel like I would move Boss Mandilo off this list.
Okay, yeah.
And fucking King Carson off the list. There's no, like, they could be, like, honorable, like,
mentions.
Like, I don't think they should crack the top 20, like, at all.
Now, I think Lil Yachty being top 10 makes sense.
Okay. I could agree with that, yeah. My thing is, like, okay, yeah, we're biased. And I'm always going to be biased in favor of women. But even if I weren't talking about Playboi Carti being at the number 1 spot over Doja, I think anybody being at the number 1 spot over Doja Cat does not compute. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, it makes no logical sense. Like, we're talking about flow. We're talking about lyrics, performing abilities, music quality. It's all Doja Cat. It doesn't, in my head, it just, I don't buy it that anybody would ever rank in their 20s, a rapper in their 20s is Doja Cat. It's Doja Cat. She's the whole fucking package, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so I was really upset about that. Not really upset,
but it was an interesting list. It was an interesting list.
It's always clickbait, you know? People are broke. Even these platforms are broke. Media companies are shuttering left and right, and they need the clicks. They need that ad, payout. So I totally get why they do this.
For sure.
Glorilla announces that her debut album, Glorious, is coming out October 11th.
Oh, I'm
which
so
is
excited.
In what, 2 weeks? Like, basically 2 weeks? So what are we expecting from a Glorilla album?
I hope it's, like, super Memphis. I think that, like, I think about, like, what's his name? Key Glock and, like, Young Dolph. And I'm like, I wanted something to be like that. Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, yes.
I want something like that. I want Memphis influences.
Yes.
I want banger after banger.
Yes.
That's what I'm expecting.
Yes.
No more than 12 songs.
I feel like I saw somewhere like that she's gonna have like 15 on it. But I know at least 2 of those are going to be songs that have already been
played, yeah.
Yeah, that have already been released. So, yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. I definitely don't think it should be like 20, anything like close to 20 tracks. Like, no. So, like, for me, like, obviously we want a Black Girl NSYNC collab, but I want a good one. You know, the last couple that they've released have not lived up to the first couple that they released. And I
was just thinking about that.
I want a real good one from them. I want her to take them on tour when she goes on tour. I want them to open up for her. Yeah. I really want her talking her shit on this. She's had a crazy, incredible year. I want her to talk shit about her haters, all the people that doubted her. I want her to start making claims for the best female rapper alive, whether or not it's true. I want I want that cockiness. I want more Megan collabs. I want more Cardi collabs. I want Southern women collabs on this album. Even if they're not rapping. I want the Southern women. I want Memphis women on this. I want her talking her shit over some real nigga music. Like, I think that mixtape was the warm up, and I think this needs to take her over the finish line. You know?
I agree.
And I think that she could do it. You know? Mm-hmm. I'm always nervous about a debut album, but I'm excited.
No, me too. I'm excited. And I'm glad that she has a date out too. So,
yes, so now we know. Now we know. Okay, so Queen Latifah, it has a biopic coming out. The Variety article says, the movie is the first slate of hip-hop biopics produced by Flavor Unit Entertainment, Westbrook Studios, Jesse Collins Entertainment, and financed by Harbor View. She says that Queen Latifah is preparing to bring her life story to the big screen with a new biopic that kicks off a series of movies about hip-hop icons. So they're exciting. I know, that's super exciting. And it comes from the same producers that produced the New Edition story and the Bobby Brown story on BET. And she says, they say about this, we all came into this industry together and hip-hop has shaped each and every one of us, said Latifah and Compeer, I don't know who that is, in a statement announcing the project and the partnership. Hip-hop's impact has expanded beyond just music and has created a lasting impression on culture and society overall. It is a dream to be able to collaborate with friends and colleagues that have not only a shared understanding, but are able to tell these stories that were the backdrop of our lives. Dang. So they said that, like, news of this, like, shouldn't, come as a surprise, because at an event she teased that she has something in 2022. So it's really, really exciting. So Will Smith is producing the movie as a part of his Westbrook Studios. They don't really give much of a date. They said, like, the details about the project will be announced at a later date. Where do I audition? I want to be a part of this. Like, I really want to be a part of this. I don't care which Dana I have to play.
Which version
of Queen Latifah I have to play. I want to do it. I will go and get a silk press myself. You don't even have to pay for it. Where do I audition? I want to be part of this. Okay.
You should be on the lookout.
I want to be on the lookout. I want to be there. I want to be in the movie. I want to be in the movie. I do think, though, that this kind of thing is long overdue, you know?
That's so true.
I feel like, I love that it's the same people who produced the Bobby Brown story and the New Edition story. And so I think it's going to be well done, because I do think those were incredibly well done. And they were very well received culturally and very significant. Right. But when you think about Queen Latifah, and a lot of people don't, bring her up in these conversations, but she's such an icon for sure. But not just for women in hip hop, for conscious rap, for lesbians, for Black women who love makeup, for plus size women, for the silk press community, like
for the silk press community.
She really is an icon. And so I think absolutely it's time. I'm so excited for this. What do you think about it?
Oh, I'm super excited. I was going to even say, like, I don't think I know the roots of Queen Latifah like that.
Exactly.
So I'm interested to hear, like, the turning points for her in her career.
Yeah.
The places where she was, like, either doubting herself or, like, taking risks. So I think it'll be really cool to see that come to life on screen.
I want her to talk about eating pussy too. I want the lesbianism.
She's not going to do that. You know that.
I want her to talk about being a lesbian.
She's definitely not.
There's no way you can do a biopic about your life and you can't mention the thing that you've never said. Like,
that's what it's never been said. I don't know. I don't think she's gonna do it.
Okay, fine. Okay, so Cardi B recently gave birth to a baby girl, and she talks about she was on, like, a Twitter Spaces. I wish we could get rid of that. What are y'all doing? Y'all spend all your free time. You just had a baby. Why are you on Twitter Spaces? She warns fans that she's coming hard with her upcoming album. She says, I'm ready for any and everything. I'm coming out stomping with this motherfucking album. I'm not letting nobody make me feel guilty for winning no more. Watch. Brianna's not impressed. I can see her face. She don't believe it.
When I saw that, I was
Brianna
like,
don't believe it.
Okay.
What if I said that I believe her? What if I said that I believe her?
The believer. I don't know.
I just think, like, she's dropped the dead weight of her cheating ass husband. She's dropped the baby weight.
I thought you were about to say the baby.
No, the dead weight. The dead weight of her cheating ass husband. And she dropped the baby. Like, I think, and obviously, like, there's a ton of, like, layoffs going on around, like, at all these labels. Like, they're laying off CEOs of labels and things. And Atlantic, especially, is going through all this major shifting. And I think it's crazy that people think that Cardi B would be, like, dropped from her label. That's not going to happen. The way she still makes the money from that one album, it's never going to happen. But I do think, and I fully believe, and I will be prepared to eat crow if it doesn't happen. I believe it's coming at the top of 2025 because nobody's going to drop an album right now. Like, it's just not the climate for it to be, like, dropping an album. I believe she's going on a world tour. I believe the music videos are going to be iconic. I believe she's going to have a massive 2025, and it's time.
I'm tired of saying this. We say this every year. Dude, we say this, like, every year. And something happens. So, like, I'm going to wait until the dust settles, and
okay,
we'll see. But I'm not holding my breath.
Do you? No. Okay, but you don't feel like her energy is at least a little bit different than it has been? Like, now she's divorced. No.
No. I think that she's, like, I believe she is energized. I believe that she is ready for a new chapter in her life.
Okay.
Does that involve a album?
I don't know. Can't say.
I hope so.
Can't say.
But I can't say.
Can't say.
So I'm not holding my breath.
Okay, fair. Okay, so Eve recently released her memoir. And I think we talked about this when it was announced, like, a couple months ago or a year ago. And I have to pick this up because all the snippets that I've been seeing from the album or from the book have been really, like, juicy. And I'm like, I kind of want to read it.
Oh, yeah.
But she recalls this moment when Jay-Z was telling her, like, he was congratulating her about her album. But he said, don't get her hopes up after releasing her debut albums because female rappers, quote, don't really do well. Which is crazy because Let There Be Eve, Rough Riders First Lady, is now certified 2 times platinum. And then they said that after this, like, came out, that Jay-Z called her about this, and she talked about this at a radio interview about how she was so mad that people were harping on that one line because it was just one line in a book. But they said, like, Jay-Z recently called her about this. They didn't say what they talked about, but yeah, he was probably a little pissed about that.
Oh yeah.
I think what a crazy thing to say for Jay-Z to have said for E when she released her debut album, considering that Foxy Brown was his protege and how well her albums sold. Like, her albums were breaking all kinds of records in their first week debuts and things like that, becoming, like, one of the only female rappers to ever debut at #1. And you gonna call Eve and tell her, well, you know, female rappers don't really sell. What the fuck is that? Reverse psychology or some shit? Like, calm down. I didn't believe that. But I think I really want to read the book, though. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add it to my list. Okay, so Young Miami recently was spotted at JT's concert in Houston. And I have this to say.
Okay.
Duh. I really don't, like, what else were people not, I don't know what people were expecting. You ain't ever argue with your sister and then be like, fuck you, and then y'all back cool?
No, well,
like, y'all need to stay out of siblings' business. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I'm happy that she went, and it seems like they're mending their relationship.
Do you think they'll ever make music together again, though?
I don't know. I don't know. Not in this foreseeable future.
No, I don't think so in the foreseeable future either. Okay, so recently the WNBA has a playoffs commercial. Apparently they're starting their playoffs, and it stars Sweetie, Lay Banks, and Flo Milli. Although I did not see Flo Milli in this little clip, but apparently she's in it. I know this is your shit. Which team are we rooting for in the playoffs or the finals or whatever?
I don't know who made it to the playoffs, but I think that the Aces are like the front runner because it has Aja Wilson.
I know who that is.
Yeah, so she just surpassed like 1,000 points in one season, which I don't think has been done.
Wow.
So her team has won the past, I think, 2 years, I want to say.
Wow.
So, but I think there's definitely some, I think, rivalry that with Caitlin Clark's team. I'm forgetting the name of their team.
Okay. I've heard of her too.
Indiana or whatever.
Sure.
They've been doing really well too. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm glad that the girls are like supporting the WNBA because WNBA is getting a lot of traction.
Haven't they? I have never heard this much about the WNBA in my entire life.
And I think that's great.
This year. Yeah,
that's great.
It's really great. Good for them. Okay, so Flo Milli was recently at the VMAs, and she said like, you know, she's like, everybody should stay tuned because she's about to, you know, start dropping a ton of features, and she's about to go on a run. And I think I want to know how you feel about this, especially considering her last couple of releases.
I thought, you know what? I think it would be really cool if she went on a like what do I want to say, like a freestyle run.
Oh,
like,
that would be great. Like she did
like
to lead up to the album.
Yeah, exactly. Like dropping something once a week or something like that. And then especially like with some really cool features. I don't know if you saw. I don't think you had put this on here, but Lotto was on Angel Reese's podcast.
I think I saw clips of her on the podcast.
So
yes,
she was on the podcast and she was just like, I just did this really great verse and it's for an artist, but she was like, I was gonna say it, but I don't want to mess up their rollout. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, is it Flo Milli?
Would you think it would be Flo Milli?
I don't know.
Oh, that could be fun.
So I was like, maybe that's
fun. They could be fun together, wouldn't they? Okay. So yeah, I mean, I hope it's good. I've been really not so. I've been like, to these last couple of releases. I'm like, ever since she dropped the album, which I also didn't love that much. I'm just kind of like, but I still have faith in her. So let's hope. You know, she gets out of this slump that I think she's in. Okay, so Nicki Minaj has canceled her deluxe album and announces Pink Friday 3. She says it won't be released this year. So she said on Twitter, she says, Dear Bobs, important Gag City announcement. Instead of doing a deluxe to Pink Friday 2, I've decided to do a brand new album. I'll still incorporate new songs like Mamita and the Anxiety song for the remainder of the tour, though. And I'll announce a new day within the next couple of weeks. The new music is just too good to be thrown away on a deluxe. Last night, the songs I recorded were just too iconic. I love you guys so much. You know that. I know you do. I'll still give you something leading up to the announcement, so no worries. Pink Friday 3 is about to do exactly what the fuck been needed to be done. Trust me, Barbs. I'm so excited, blessed, and loved by the Barbs. She had to, you know, make that clarification. And fortunately, for me and the Barbs, I've learned a lot since 12/08/23, which was, I think, when she dropped the last album. Pink Friday 2 means so much to me. As my first album as Papa Bear's mama, it's just very special to me for so many reasons you guys aren't aware of. I put every song on there in a specific order. She did not. So to honor that, I'm going to give it the respect and integrity it deserves as a beautiful body of work and not add anything else to it. 1 or 2 songs is no big deal, but 5 to 7 just feels a little sloppy right now, in my humble opinion. This era has been so successful, rewarding, satisfying, etc. After much thought, I want to be for certain that I'm being intentional about every single decision being made around both Pink Friday 2 and Pink Friday 3. So apparently the deluxe is not happening, and now there's a Pink Friday 3.
Okay.
You know what? I'm sick of it. I really am.
Sick of what?
I'm sick of it. I think she is resting on her laurels right now. Yeah. Like, I think she's afraid. I think she's really afraid to step out on faith and try something new because of how horribly the Queen era went and how terribly she was received. So she kind of returned to a time in her life when everyone revered her and loved her. You know what I mean? And she's afraid to divert from it. But she cannot grow as an artist if she refuses to let this go. You know?
Yeah.
And I think it's so... like, go ahead.
I was going to say, but it's like, at the point of her career right now, does she need to grow? Like, is she...
Yeah, why does she want to stop? I don't understand.
I'm not saying like why she wouldn't want to stop, but I'm like the people who ride for her are already riding for her.
That's true.
And I guess my expectations of Nicki Minaj are not the same that I had when she was at her peak.
Okay.
And so
okay,
if I'm thinking about like her stepping out and trying something new, I would be like, I don't know, are you like, what, why?
But I just think it's disappointing for an artist who's as talented, as innovative as Nicki Minaj is, to be a victim of Arrested Development syndrome. And it's completely self-inflicted. She's doing this to herself. You know what I mean? Like, we need to leave Pink Friday in the past and try something new. We got to let it go. Otherwise, you're never going to grow. And so I'm disappointed, you know? I really am. Fair. I just think we should move on. Okay, so moving on. So Megan Thee Stallion and RM's from, what is it, BTS? Their song Never Play is the new WWE theme song. And they were met with like a lot of racism. They were like,
really?
Yes, people were on Twitter complaining, like, remember when the WWE only cared about rock music and this and that. And like those kinds of people. And I'm like,
okay.
First of all, I definitely remember hip hop being a very big part of the WWE when I was a kid. But even beyond that, can we just like talk about how crazy it is? Because people used to say that she used to dress like a wrestler. They said that her first stylist used to dress her like a WWE wrestler. And all of her shows. And now look.
Listen, I can see you quietly. I'm not
saying they were wrong. I'm not saying they're wrong.
I want to say it out loud.
But I think like it's kind of like poetic justice that she then turns around and turns that into a bag. Like, y'all used to talk shit about the way that I dress, and now my song is like the theme for WWE. And you know what's crazy is like ever since we talked about that song in the last episode, I've actually been listening to it a bunch. Like it's been coming coming on my shuffle a lot. And I kind of like it, you know? Like, that's crazy.
It's a good song. It's a good song.
Okay, so Coi Leray talked about her label situation recently, and I guess people have been asking her about why she hasn't been releasing new music, and she said, like, people have been asking about me and my music, but I've been dealing with this shitty-ass production company my entire career, and I'm tired of being silent. Billy J thinks he can control my life. Nah, kid. What did you think about this?
First, I have not been checking for Coi Leray music. I'll say that.
Okay.
But
I don't think you're alone in that. But okay. I don't think you're alone in that.
But I think her struggle with like distribution is not like uncommon. It seems like obviously within the industry. So I'm wondering what they're withholding from us.
I want to know. My thing is like, okay, I love that she's not afraid to speak on this, but I also feel the reason that she is speaking on this is that the reason that she has not, or they are blocking her from releasing music, is that she wants to move on as an artist from releasing like TikTok hit like type of stuff, and they're not ready to let go of that cash cow. And they don't want that to end because that was making them so much fucking money, and she doesn't want to do. And this is a conspiracy theory. Let me say,
I can see that. Like, I can see that though. I can see that
completely. Like, who knows what the fuck is going on? Well, we may never know. But part of me just thinks like this is happening because she's ready to move on as an artist, and they won't let her. And so she's being pigeonholed. And then she's like, well, I'm not recording any of that shit. And they're like, well, you're not releasing anything you recorded then. And I think that's crazy.
No, that is crazy. But that is a good point, though. I think that's a fair assumption.
It's but who knows what's the truth?
Who knows?
Okay, so now going back to the VMAs, and maybe we should have started with the VMAs because it happened so long ago. So Paramount Global says that it actually was the biggest VMA since 2020, saying that they earned 66.7 million social media attractions, which beat the Super Bowl and came in only second to the presidential debate. And it is the most social VMAs telecast. And they said that like the amount of viewers increased this year. I think that's right. The amount of viewers is the most amount of viewers the VMAs have had since like 2020 as the whole is like for this entire decade.
The Stallion effect.
I mean, hey, but even more than that, I have this to say. I think it cannot be understated that however big of a superstar you think Megan Thee Stallion is, she's bigger than that. Like it cannot be understated how big she is. Like, she has this mainstream, widespread appeal. And I mean, listen, a wise man once said, "The numbers don't lie. Check the scoreboard." Like, I don't know how you can debate with that shit. Like,
talk about it. Listen, not only hosting, performing.
Yeah. And she won an award.
Performance was fire. Glorilla's performance was fire.
We're gonna get there. I want to ask you this, because I wrote this down after I read that. After I read that she had, the biggest performance. I think she's gonna headline Coachella in 2025.
Ooh.
What do you think?
That's a prediction.
Because Doja Cat just became the first female rapper this year to ever headline Coachella, and remember how well that went.
Yeah,
and that was on the heels. And that was on the heels of the year she had with Scarlett.
Yeah.
Have they announced the headliners?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
they probably wouldn't do it till like early next year, right?
I think she's gonna headline Coachella.
Why not? Yeah, I could see that,
and I think she could do it.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
I think she could do it.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be so good.
So good. I love that. Okay, should we talk about the performances?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with Meg's VMA performance. What were your thoughts, and then rate it out of 10?
Okay. Let me think. I'm thinking about the entire performance.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely... What songs did she played like a couple of songs.
She did Both Ain't Shit, she did Hiss, and she did Mamushi.
I was going to say, like, the Both Ain't Shit, she was like, I'm going to play what I want to play.
Yeah.
I'm going to play that.
She said, I'm playing some things off the new album.
No, but yeah.
I think she did Boa too. Did
she do Boa? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mamushi, great. She brought out what's his name?
Chiba.
He was like the first time in the US. He was so small.
Cute. Okay.
Dancing was on 10.
Yeah.
I love how she engaged with the crowd. She was moving. I was like, Shorty is out of breath, but I'm like, I know she got the stamina to
Did
be able to.
Did you see when they put her face in the Moon Man, the big Moon Man?
Yes,
and she put her face in that. Okay, so then what did you think? If you had to give it a score out of 10, what would you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay,
a 9.
Okay, I loved it. Okay, so what I wrote in my notes was like, I love that they put her face in the Moon Man. I know that was her idea because she said that on her TikTok. But I love that she did that, because I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that. Yeah. But I hate the backing track. And I'm going to say this until the end of time. Hated the backing track. She needs to get rid of it. But her dedication to putting on a show.
Oh, yeah.
Like a full show using all of the stages that she can use.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
I love that. The dance breaks were incredible. Now, performing Hiss, I think, was a choice. She did that shit on purpose to be a little bit of a troll. My only qualm with the way that she performed Hiss, I think she should just got up there and rapped that shit. Like, straight one, like, camera straight on and rapped that shit. Word for word, bar for bar.
Bar for bar.
Like, just rapped it. Like,
Yeah.
But the Mamushi, oh my God. I think I knew how big a hit that song was. I didn't realize how much other people also thought it was a hit until I was watching that performance. And I think as a whole, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because I hate I hate the backing track. I hate the backing track. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. She uses space so well. And it's clear she's not sparing any expense when it comes to the production. Hot Girl Productions going up. Can I get a job? Like, I want to work there. I can't dance. I can't sing. I can't rap. But I can do something.
I could do something.
Do y'all need, like, I don't know, like, somebody to, like, stretch her after the performances? And
I just want to be in the room.
Be there. Just I just want to be there. I don't need to do that much. Okay, now let's talk about Glorilla's performance.
Man,
okay,
it's 7 p.m. Friday.
I'm so proud of her. Like, I don't know. I just feel so proud of her because I think one thing I realize every time I watch an award show that's like MTV or mainstream or not very like black, a black award show, like a non-BET award show, I think it's always interesting how they always add in these rock elements and rock aspects into their. Have you noticed that? Yeah. Into their performance whenever they do that, or at the Grammys and stuff like that. I love the Janet reference that's in everything that she's wearing. However, I do think this is why we always say it's important for artists to record and release clean versions of their songs, because every other word should not be bleeped
Bro,
out. Like,
I know.
and with this song, how could you not? How could you not? You can't be on MTV talking about showing off my moose knuckle. What? No, you can't say that. We have to do that. But you know one thing I did love? She had no backing track. She was stellar. Breath control was on 10. She had a wardrobe malfunction. And really, you didn't even notice it if you weren't looking super close. I didn't notice, I only saw it because people were talking about it on Twitter. And like, I just love that. And I love her so much. And I'm so happy for her. I give this performance a 10 out of 10. It was incredible. And this only made me more hype for the album when I heard it.
Oh, same.
I heard it. It only made me more hype for the album.
She looked great. Choreography on 10. Like, she looks like she's having fun, too. So, I think
that's good. I'm glad. Because sometimes people get up there and they perform like somebody has forced them to go out on that stage.
Like Doja Cat, Say So.
Girl, she get on my nerves. Because she was so sick of doing that. She was like, if y'all ask me to sing that song one more motherfucking time. Should we talk about the Doechii Ebro interview?
Yeah, I really did. I enjoyed it. I like listening to Ebro. I think he has good insight. And I think he knows how to speak the language of the artist. He's like, this is my interpretation of like what I got from the album. He's like, let me know if I'm going too deep into it.
Yeah.
But I think he has a really good pulse of navigating music, and I think especially the past couple of interviews he's done with like Doechii, with Latto, he's been able to see the totality of their project and what they're trying to get after.
And I think also about Ebro, like, this is number one, this is hip-hop journalism, but I think even more about that is he's respectful. You know, he's not trying, Ebro's not on there trying to get any like viral gotcha moments, trying to embarrass them, trying to do anything that's like
not at all,
not trying to be vulgar, any shit. He just wants to talk about the music, and he's clearly informed, and he's clearly been in the room where it happens, you know, time and time again, and he knows the ins and outs of this industry and how it works, and I love that. Now, I will say about it, I loved when Doechii was talking about how she was trying to uphold the tradition of hip hop. And and I think I really resonated with that because, like, I feel like this year especially, and we've talked about this before, but the numbers conversation has gotten out of control, and we need to stop that shit. And she talked about how, like, hip hop, what's missing right now is the vulnerability, and that is missing from the music, but it's really at the core of what hip hop is. And I mean, I can't say that enough. Truly can't say that enough.
I liked when she was like, at the beginning of the interview, she goes, I feel like someone's playing with me.
Okay.
And Ebro goes, you are at the pinnacle of hip hop right now. Because he's like, rappers always feel like somebody's playing with them, but it's nobody.
Like who? Who are you referring to? Who is playing with you? Please let us know. But I love that though. So I'm really happy for her. I'm still listening to this mixtape.
Oh, same.
But should we move on to new music?
Yes, please.
Okay. We have a lot of new music. What are your top like ones, like top like 5 or top 3 from this?
Flush 'Em.
Okay.
Really thought it was cute.
Yes.
I enjoyed the music video. I really did like Mauna Lea's freestyle on LA Leakers. I thought that was great.
I did too.
Hold On. Glorilla, obviously.
Yes. Okay.
And then I feel like those were the standouts for me. Katy Perry. Shout out to Katy Perry coming back. Like,
I guess.
Like, Doechii, I think, was a good feature for this.
Sure. But I think she used Doechii.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
And none of the other songs really stood out to me. I didn't like the Son of a Vegas one with Mona Leo. Ice Spice was just it sounded like something I had already heard before.
Yeah.
And then Dej Loaf. I don't know.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what it was. I think I did like the Passenger Princess song. I just don't I just don't like the way he was referring to her as my little shit. Like, I don't play that. Where's the romance? Okay. And maybe that's something that 22-year-olds do. I don't do that. I think also I really like the Mauna Leo freestyle and Flush 'Em. Really love that.
Yes.
That's
Kelly's
really
song was good. Kelly's song wasn't bad either.
Okay.
I thought it was fine.
Okay.
I thought it was fine.
But it really wasn't.
If Latto was like a remix on that, I think it would actually go really hard.
That's interesting. I have to listen to that again with that in mind. Okay, should we do music recs?
Yeah, we can do a music rec. I feel like I've been listening to the same stuff more recently.
Me too. Like, I need to like branch out.
I've been just flipping through Lotto and Alligator Bites, like literally just shuffle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what's your music rec then?
I was about to say, I guess like I was like, I'll do GTFO off of their She's album.
Okay, love that. I think my music rec is actually going to be the I Want to Be Down remix. Just because recently I've been listening to that. It's been like in the shuffle. Because I don't know, I just really like that song and I think it's really incredible. And I think all of the verses on that were incredible. So shout out to Brandy for putting them on that song.
Yeah.
Okay, so no main topic today because we had so many hot topics and new music and whatnot. So if you made it all the way to the end of this episode, thank you guys so much for listening. Happy fall, and we'll see you guys in our next episode. Bye, y'all.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Where My Girls At, a podcast about Black women in hip hop. Where My Girls At is produced and edited by Mariah Woods and hosted by Mariah Woods and Brianna LaRosliere. Follow us on Twitter at Where My Girls At 2, on Instagram at Where My Girls At _TH, and on TikTok at Where My Girls At Pod. See you next time.